In this video, I will be giving you every team's most urgent need for this offseason in the AFC. Stick around and I will give you a part 2 of the NFC, but for now, we will do the AFC. Before we get into this video, I am trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of February, so help me get there. We're not that far away. If each of you just shares the channel, likes it, subscribes, those of you who aren't subscribed already, we will get there quickly, and I'm doing a jersey giveaway at 1K subs, so help me get there and somebody will win a free jersey. Also, check out w.gg for energy drink products and other things, merch, whatever they have. Use code SHREDDER for 10% off your order of all their energy drinks or anything else on their website. And let's get right into this video. So here's our tier list just to make sure we stay in order. We're going to go by division here for the most part. Let's start in the AFC East. To me, the Bills need a wide receiver, like really bad. If Stephon Diggs leaves, they need a wide receiver. If he doesn't leave, they need a wide receiver. Gabe Davis is off contract. You know, Khalil Shakir played better than him half the way, and he's not even that good of a receiver. They need someone like an A.D. Mitchell, Keon Coleman, somebody. Then, to me, I'm going to give you also where I think they'll get the player. This one is in the draft. They need to tech out other things in free agency, whoever they can get, that is. They don't have a ton of money, but in the draft, they need to find a young receiver with some upside. Next, we'll go with the New York Jets. This one is pretty simple. It's a tackle. They don't have a whole lot else they need. Defense, they're pretty good. To me, their top two needs are a tackle and another receiver. If you can go get Devontae Adams, trade your second and fourth round pick and go get Devontae Adams. That'd be awesome. But right now in the first round, Olu Fashanu, Joe Alt, Talise Fuaga. One of those three. Doesn't matter who. Go get one of them. Put them on that line because you got to protect Aaron Rodgers for what he's worth. If you don't, it's going to be a major issue for the seasons to come. Big time. Next, the Miami Dolphins. They need just O-line, period. And to me, I'm not even going to tell you to get him in the draft. Get him wherever you can. Probably the draft, but you're losing Connor Williams. He's a free agent. Robert Hunt, free agent. Isaiah Wynn, free agent. Teron Armstead, I don't think he's a free agent yet, but he's older. He's not really the same guy he used to be. And, you know, he's still good, but he might be a free agent soon as well. You got it. That offense, the way McDaniels runs the offense, the zone scheme blocking, you got to have a good interior, and they're going to lose all three of their interior starters. Get some O-linemen now. That's a big one. For the Patriots, to me, this is a quarterback, specifically a top 3 quarterback in the draft. Doesn't matter if it's Caleb Williams, Drake May, Jaden Daniels, more likely the last two there, Drake May or Jaden Daniels. I think they'll land Jaden Daniels or, you know, do what you can to get Drake May, but either way, you get one of them. You got to have some talent at the position. If not, you're not going to go anywhere. Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi are just not the answer. Next, we have the AFC North. We will start with the Cincinnati Bengals, and they need secondary anywhere they can get it. They're gonna lose, Mike Hilton here soon. They have Chidobe Awuzie. They're gonna lose. Mike Hilton's on contract for one more year, but he'll probably be gone too. He's a little bit older. They drafted DJ Turner last year. He looked okay. He got cooked a bit. He's got some athletic abilities, but you know, something to work with. You lost Jesse Bates last year already. Yes, Jordan Battle looks like he can be a good starter. The other safety positions, a little bit all right. Dax Hill looks fine. You're wanting more from him being the guy you drafted a year ago. But secondary help is going to be very much needed, especially in this highly quarterback and receiver heavy AFC. Next, the Cleveland Browns. This one's tough. I'm just going to say figure out your quarterback because whether it's Deshaun Watson, whether it's not, you got to figure that out. You're paying Deshaun Watson to be that. Make sure he can be that. If not, figure it out. After that, we'll go to the Ravens. They need a running back, I guess, because I don't know what else to say. Maybe a corner. You could argue corner. That Marlon Humphrey might be cut, and he had some issues. You know, if that's the case, definitely corner. But you haven't really had a good playmaker since J.K. Dobbins keeps going down. Gus Edwards is a good back, but he's not a playmaker. Go get a legitimate playmaker. You can do that in the second and third round of this draft. Jonathan Brooks, Bucky Irving, multiple guys in this draft can easily do that. And the Steelers, they need a CB2. Whether it's Cooper DeJean, Terrion Arnold, Nate Wiggins, Quinion Mitchell, whoever it is, in the draft, go get a CB2 unless you go get a Jalen Johnson in free agency or something like that. L'Jarius need Jalen Johnson. If it's not one of those two, go to the draft. But if it's one of those two, well, you're sitting pretty there. Either way, they need a corner really bad, and that's just what it is. Now we'll go to the AFC South, starting with the Jaguars. To me, they need one real legit weapon. Just one. I don't care where you get it. Go get T. Higgins if he doesn't sign his tag, and maybe they are open to trading him. Go get, it literally doesn't matter. Adonai Mitchell, Keon Coleman, Troy Franklin, whoever's available. Brian Thomas, if he's still around. You have Trevor Lawrence in the 4th year of his deal. He looks like he can be a starter for sure, but we haven't seen the Trevor Lawrence upside that we are supposed to be seeing. He needs something legit. Christian Kirk and Calvin Ridley just simply aren't that good. They're fine. They're wide receiver 2s at best. That's at best. They're not 1s. Get him a 1 to throw the ball to. Then, the Colts. To me, secondary, whatever it is. I mean, you got Julius Brents last year, but you're going to lose Kenny more than likely. Unless you get him to come back. I just don't know if that's going to happen. If you do, great. If you don't, if you do, you still need a corner. So go get another corner, another safety, something like that, because that's your biggest need by far. The Titans, I'm not even sticking it to one. They need talent, because outside of D-Hop is talented. He's old. Traylon Burks has talent, hasn't proven anything. Jeffrey Simmons is very talented. That's a good player. That's about it. That's the end of the talent on their roster. Will Levis has upside, but we've got to see more from him. Yeah, that's about all the talent on that roster, so go get somebody else to fill some holes. And the Texans, the last team on this, they need also one real weapon. To me, Nico Collins, he was really good last year. That's awesome. Is he going to be great? I don't think so. I think he's a wide receiver too. But he had 1,200 yards. Allen Robinson had over 1,000 yards every year in the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Chicago Bears because he was the only guy getting the ball thrown to. You can argue the same thing with Nico Collins. Is he a really great receiver? No, I don't think so. I think he's a very good one. I think he's a wide receiver too. Go get a real legit weapon that can be that. Finally, the AFC West. First, the Chiefs. They need a wide receiver, whether it's Mike Evans, whether it's Odell Beckham Jr., whether it's Troy Franklin or Adonai Mitchell, Keon Coleman, whatever. Go get a legitimate receiver. You got to have somebody to throw the ball to. Yes, they made it work this year. That's awesome. Travis Kelce's only going to get worse. He's old. It's only going to get worse from here. Get somebody else to take the pressure off of him. The Chargers, to me, they also need a cornerback. A lot of corner needed in this conference. They have Asante Samuel Jr., end of list. Everything else doesn't matter. And he's a nickelback. He's a slot corner for the most part. Go get somebody who can play the outside and play it well. The Raiders, they are in need of a quarterback. Their roster isn't too bad. They need talent in a few different spots, but quarterback is definitely the most piercing problem right now. You know, Aiden O'Connell looked good for what he was, but that's about it. I don't think you're really slamming the table for Aiden O'Connell if you're a Raiders fan or a part of that front office. He's just not that great. And then the Broncos, they're in the same situation the Browns are. They kind of just got to figure out their quarterback stuff because until then, we don't know what they need. They just don't have quality quarterback play right now, and we've seen that for a couple years now. We got to see something else. So, either way, that is going to be what every AFC team urgently needs. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. If you're one of these fans, let me know what your team needs. If you're not one of these fans, also let me know what you think some of these teams need because you might have an outlook-in perspective that is just better because you're not biased. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Let me get to 1,000 subs and somebody will get a jersey. Either way, I'll see you on the next video.